Greetings, Jeffrey Guterman here with the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, and we have the third of a four-game series between the Baltimore Orioles and the Detroit Tigers. It'll be Palmer starting for Baltimore, right-hander, and Lolich, the southpaw. I'll be back with the lineups in just a few minutes. And Kathy Harden has arrived. Look at you, Kathy Harden, early in the morning. Hope you're well. I'm just about to go through the lineups. The Orioles looking for their 100th win with a 22.5 game lead over the Detroit Tigers. Tigers 15 games over 500. For the Orioles, it'll be Buford in left, Blair in center, Frank Robinson in right, Powell at first, Brooks, Robinson at third, Johnson at second, Etchebarren catching, Belanger at short, and Jim Palmer going for win number 17. For the Tigers, Cesar Gutierrez gets a rare start. He leads off at short. It's Tom Tresh in right, Northrup in center, Cash at first, Horton in left, Freehand the catcher, Don Wirt at third base, Ike Brown at second, Lolich on the mound, left-hander. And he has won 15. Looking ahead to our schedule. Our next game is a big one, San Francisco Giants at the Houston Astros. Giants now 5 games behind Atlanta. They'll try to keep pace with a win. Really. Let me do a quick search on the news. Here it is. Hairstylist business. Several hairstyling businesses. Wow. Oh yeah, Kathy, I know. pretty sad. I might be interrupted by a phone call during this ball game, and if so, folks, sometimes the game stays connected. If not, I'd open up a new broadcast. Any moment, we expect the Tigers to take the field. We are in Tiger Stadium, and the Tigers take the field. Lolich on the mound. We have Rhodes Scholar for the Tigers, and we have Kathy Harden for the Tigers. The clubs have split the first two of this four-game series. Leading it off is Don Buford. Lolich is ready now. Here's the windup. Pitch to Buford, 1-7 against the left-hander, and it's a base hit up the middle to open it up. So Buford is on. And he is not being held. So 1-11 with Freehand. He will not go. Here's Paul Blair. Orioles looking for win number 100 today. All right, here comes Lolich now from the stretch. And the pitch to Blair. That's 1-8, left-handed, lines it to short, caught by Gutierrez. One down. And here's Frank Robinson. Buford on first, one out. Frank Robinson at the plate. Here's Lolich. That's 2-12 left-handed. Lines it to third. They catch Buford off the bag in a rundown. And that will be a double play. And the side is retired. So it's no runs for Baltimore in the top of the first on one hit, none left. By the way, some user, someone who I don't see in our games very often, in our, at least in our live text, pointed out that only two batters came up for the Yankees in the top of the eighth. You see, there was the error here. And then the double play, that's two outs, and then Michael should have come up. And that we chalk off as an error, a permanent error. And it's also uneventful because it was a 9-1 ball game at the time. So we We don't. We understand that sometimes there are errors. You see that, 2 outs only, and we're not. We didn't lose any sleep over that. At least somebody looks at the score sheet closely. Well, here's Palmer now going for win number 17. Errors happen, and we try to keep them low. The Orioles already have 2 20-game winners. Cuellar with 21, McNally with 20. Now Palmer is getting close to becoming the 3rd 20-game winner. Palmer taking his warm-ups and leading it off is Cesar Gutierrez. Okay, Palmer is ready. The wind-up and the pitch to Gutierrez. That is 1-8. And that's a grounder to first, picked up by Big John Powell. And he takes it to the bag, 1 out. Now Tom Tresh, the batter. Switch hitter batting left against Palmer. Oh. Tresh switch hitter batting left. Here's Palmer. Pitch to Tresh, 5-6. Switch hitter batting left. He pops it up to second for Davey Johnson, who makes the catch, and that's 2 outs. Bringing up Jim Northrup. Here's Palmer. And the pitch. 4-6. Left-handed fly ball right. And that's for Frank Robinson. He makes the catch, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Jim Palmer. We've gone 1. It's a scoreless ball game. You know, I'm just going to do the best I can in life without driving myself insane, and what will be will be. Let the chips fall where they may. Okay, Lolich on the mound, top of the second, no score. Big John Powell to lead it off. Lolich is ready, and the pitch to Powell. That's 6-9 left-handed, and that is a fly ball to center. And under that is Northrup to make the catch. It's 1 away. Now Brooks Robinson. Tigers won this game in real world 5-4. We use the exact lineups. Here's Lolich and the pitch to Brooks Robinson. 5-5 right-handed, struck him out. That's 2 away for Davey Johnson. And the pitch to Johnson. 3-7, left-handed, base hit Johnson, a 2-out single. Johnson on first for Andy Etchebarren. Nobody has asked about it, but this might be too much information, but the barnacle on my buttocks is significantly improved, and it's fading and it's almost gone. Okay, Etchebarren. Etchebarren. Can you imagine an announcer saying that? Here's Lolich. And the pitch to Etchebarren. That's 5-4 right-handed. That's a catcher X. Freehand 2-3. It's a pop-up to freehand. 369 E3. Uh-oh, it's an E1. Looks like he's going to drop that. He drops it. Very rare error here for freehand, and Johnson goes to second. Some of you may remember that the last out, Euchre would update his listeners on his barnacles, no doubt about it. I love Bob Euchre, love everything about him. So that's first and second. Some of you may remember the last out of the 1968 World Series was a pop out in foul territory to freehand. Here's Mark Belanger now in clutch situation. First on second, 2 down. Lolich. And the pitch to Belanger. That's 5-10 right-handed, grounds to short X for Gutierrez, 344. G3 E44. He may have trouble with this. That's 6-11-13, 44. Oh, he does. He boots it. Tell you, that is a G3E1. And that's going to load the bases. So 2 errors in a row here. First, the drop pop-up by freehand. And now the booted ground ball by Gutierrez at short. It's bases loaded with 2 outs for Palmer. A clutch situation. Palmer, not too bad a hitter for a pitcher. A 3 WR. Lolich trying to get out of this now. The pitch to Palmer. That's 2-8, and he struck him out. And that will retire the side. Lolich, 2 strikeouts, no runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, and 3 left on. And in the middle of the second, it's a scoreless ball game. Oops. I think I'll go ahead and use the lavatory, just routine thing. I guess I'll do that now. And I will be back in just a couple minutes here. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. No score here in the middle of the second between the Orioles and the Tigers. I will be back very shortly. Thank you, Kathy Harden. And we are back here. I'm to Studio B here. Jeffrey Guterman for the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Palmer on the mound facing Detroit in the bottom of the second. No score. Palmer retired the Tigers in order in the first. And here's Storm and Norman Cash here to lead it off. Here's Palmer now. The pitch to Cash. That's 2-9. Oh, he struck him out. Just missed a home run, if you want to look at it that way. 2-9 against the right-hander, struck cash out. That's one away. Here comes Willie Horton. That's amazing. Kurt Miller says Jim Palmer won 20 or more games in, I can't read the rest of it. There's a heart there on my desktop. And that's why I sometimes go with a period here, just to bring it up. 8 out of 9 seasons starting in 1970, okay. So it's 1 out, nobody on, Horton at the plate. Palmer won 16 this year. He was hurt part of this year. He's already won 16. I'd say if he gets enough starts, he has a chance for 20 in our replay. And he would become the third 20-game winner for these Orioles. Here's Horton now. Palmer, the windup, and the pitch. That's 5-10. Right-handed, grounds it to short X. That will be for Belanger. 226. G2. E26. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, E26. And he throws him out. And that's 2 away for Bill Freehan. Okay, Palmer now. And the pitch to Freehan. 3-7. And he grounds it to short for Belanger. And he throws it over to Powell. And it's another 1-2-3 inning. He's retired the first 6 Tigers in this ball game. And after 2, it's a scoreless game. Top of the third now. Top of the Orioles order. And it's Don Buford. Singled, was out on a double play in the first. Hit by Frank Robinson. Lolich winds, and the pitch to a very nice game we have going here, Kathy. Very, very nice. The pitch to Buford, 5-11, switch hitter, batting right, fly ball left X for Horton, 3-10. It's a lovely game. 3-10. Oh, that's going to be an S2. Horton couldn't get to it. E10, 4-7-8. And it is a base hit. A leadoff single by Buford, his second in the ball game. Buford is being held. And here's Paul Blair. Here's Lolich. And the pitch to Blair, 2-10, pops it up to first for Cash, 1 out. Now Frank Robinson. From the stretch, Lolich. That's 2-6 left-handed. He hit him. Frank Robinson takes first. It's first and second, one out for Big Boo Powell. Okay, Lolich. And the pitch to Powell. 2-8, flies it to left field. That's for Horton, who makes the catch, and the runners hold. 2 outs for Brooks Robinson. And a clutch situation here for Brooks, with Buford in scoring position. Here's the pitch from Lolich. 6-8. And that is a liner to third. And it's caught by Wirt. And that will retire the side. So it's no runs for the Orioles. 1 hit, a hit by pitch, both left. They've had runners on, but they've been left. So Jim Palmer's stepfather. I'm sure I've seen him in Dragnet because I've seen so many of those shows. Here's Jim Palmer now. He's retired the first 6 Tigers in this ball game. Don Wirt leads it off for the Tigers. Here's Palmer. The pitch to Wirt. 3-10, right-handed. It's hit well by Wirt. Oh, to left field. And back goes Buford at the warning track. He makes the catch. It was 3-10 right-handed. Home run 1-15 off Wirt's own card. He's got some power, but it was a 16. And so that's a long out. Caught by Buford right at the wall. And that's what you call a great catch to save a home run. So it's 1 out. Here's Ike Brown. Here's Palmer, the pitch to Ike. 1-7 right-handed, walked him. So there's the first base runner for the Tigers this morning. Ike Brown on first, 1 out, and Lolich is the batter. Here's Palmer. 6-7, switch hitter batting left. He walked Lolich. So Palmer puts 2 on here with 1 out for Cesar Gutierrez. Here's Palmer now from the stretch, and the pitch. That's 2-7 right-handed. Walked him. He's walked 3 in a row. That's very realistic. It could happen. And Palmer has loaded the bases with Detroit Tigers and only 1 out. Here comes Tommy Tresh now. Popped to second in the first. Infield back. Palmer is ready, the windup, and the pitch to Tresh. 5-2, switch hitter, batting left, and he walks in a run. 4 consecutive walks thrown by Jim Palmer here to make it a 1-0 ball game. I don't think he walked many people. About 3 a game. And here's Northrop. Palmer having trouble finding the strike zone here. Robin Roberts, okay. Was Roberts on the Orioles? I think he was. It's bases loaded, 4 walks in a row by Palmer. 1 out. Here's Northrop. And the pitch. 3-5, right-handed. There's a base hit. Lolich scores. Gutierrez scores. Tresh goes to third. There's the first hit of the game, and it's a 3-0 game. 3 runs in this inning. The pitching coach is coming out to talk to Palmer. Leonard, Harden, Reichert, and Watt were used in real world in this game. And right now, Dave Leonard is warming in the bullpen. And here comes Cash now. Wirt flew to left to start it off, and here in the top of the third, then 4 straight walks, walking in a run, and then a base hit, bringing in 2. It's first and third, 1 out. Okay, Palmer trying to settle down. Here's the pitch to Cash. That's 5-8, left-handed. Lines it to first to Powell. That's 2 outs. For Willie Horton. So Palmer, with 2 away, will try to get out of this finally. Here's this from the stretch and the pitch to Horton. 2-9, and he struck him out. So that will retire the side. But 3 runs for the Tigers here in the bottom of the third on 4 walks, 1 hit, and 2 left on. Tough inning there for Palmer. We've gone 3 innings here. Oh, God almighty. All right, I'm back. Oh, God. I am so sorry, folks. We have a slight connection issue there. We're just waiting for folks to come back now. I told you I might get a phone call, and I did. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Oh, just a few minutes. It's a 3-0 ball game. Very unusual. 3 runs off Palmer in a troubling third inning. Pancakes. Okay. It's going to be Lolich now. Top of the 4th, with the Birds down 3-0 here. And Davy Johnson to lead it off. Okay, Lolich is ready. The pitch to Johnson. That's 6-8. And that's a liner to third, caught by Wirt, 1 out. Now Andy Etchebarren. Here's Lolich. And the pitch to Etchebarren. That's 6-8 right-handed. And that is a liner to third. Oh, that is a reroll. Even though it's a 1, it is a liner to third. And it's caught by Word again, 2 outs. And here comes Mark Belanger. Here's Belanger now with 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 4th, Orioles down 3-0. Lolich. And the pitch to Belanger. That's 2-6 left-handed. Grounds it to short for Gutierrez. And he throws to Norman. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Lolich. Middle of the 4th, it's 3-0. Oh, that's good coffee. Okay, Palmer now, after a very rough 3rd inning, will face Freehand to lead it off. How many sets of Strat-O-Matic cards? I have 3 sets of baseball, 1969, 64, and 1911, and I have the 72 football, and that's it. I mean, I played as a kid, and I had every year from like 69 through 73, and then I stopped playing, and those have all been lost. That's all I have, that's all I need. Right now, at least. We're in the bottom of the 4th. Kurt Miller asked, how many different sets of Strat-O-Matic cards do I have? Here's Freehand to lead it off. Bottom of the 4th. Palmer. The windup and the pitch. 4-6, and he struck him out. That's the 3rd for Palmer. Now Don Wirt, we'll see if he can settle down here. The pitch to Wirt. That's 4-5 right-handed, struck him out. That's the 4th. And Ike Brown. Now he's getting the ball over the plate. Brown walked and came in. All right, 89 and 01. Here's the pitch from Palmer. That's 6-5 right-handed. Struck him out. So Palmer strikes out the side after walking 4 in the 3rd. How do you like that? We've gone 4. It's 3-0. And Palmer will lead it off here in the top of the 5th. Lolich on the mound. 4 shutout innings thus far. He's allowed 3 hits. Here's the pitch to Palmer now. That's 2-8, struck him out. That's the 3rd for Lolich. Now Don Buford. 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Here's Lolich now. The pitch to Buford. That's 3-8 left-handed, and it's a base hit. His 3 for 3. 3 singles today for Buford. I'm going to make a new rule that when a B... Well, maybe I shouldn't. No. We'll just have to roll it. He's not being held. Here's Blair. I was going to use the 20 die on that roll, but let me just make it a fresh one. 1 out, Buford on first. Here's Paul Blair now. Blair is 0 for 2. 3-6, left-handed. And that is a base hit. It was single 1 to 5. And it was a 3, so it's a single with Buford going to second. First and second, 1 out, and here's Frank Robinson. So Lolich in a little bit of trouble here. He got in trouble in the second load of the bases. Oh, that's pretty cool, Kurt Miller. First and second, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Frank Robinson. 2-5, left-handed, grounds to second. Ike Brown, his only play is to first, and the runners advance. So it's second and third, 2 down. And Big Boog Powell comes up in a clutch situation. He can tie it with 1 good swing of the bat. Kurt Miller says during the strike baseball season, one of the Tiger Detroit papers played Strat-O-Matic games missed during the strike and put the box scores in the paper. Of course, I'm not sure when that happened or what year it happened, because the closest thing they would have would be the year prior. Okay, Lolich facing Powell with second and third, 2 down. Lolich trying to get out of this. And here's the pitch to Powell. That's 6-7 left-handed, and he struck him out. And that's the side. It's the 4th strikeout for Lolich. And for the Orioles, no runs again. 2 hits, both left on. They've left on 7 runners in 5 innings. Here's Palmer now. And a pretty crazy contrast. Walked 4 in the 3rd, struck out the side in the 4th. Here's Lolich to lead it off. At 94, they played with the 93 cards, yeah. But still, I guess it was fun. Here's Palmer now. And the pitch to Lolich. 5-3. Switch hitter batting left. Flies to right X. That's going to be for Frank Robinson. He's a 2-4. That's an F3, E4. 6, 10, 12. E4, he makes the catch, and that's one away. Here comes Cesar Gutierrez, 0 for 1, walked and scored. He came home on Northrup's base hit. Here's Palmer now. The pitch to Gutierrez. That's 4-8, right-handed, and that is a fly to center. Getting under that is Blair. It was 1-1-2, but Blair caught up with it. 2 outs for Tom Tresh. Tresh popped to second and walked. He got the run batted in for the walk. That was the 4th walk of the inning. It's 3-0 Detroit. Batting in the bottom of the 5th, 2 outs, no one on. Tresh switch hitter batting left against Palmer and the pitch. That's 5-9, switch hitter batting left, grounds to short X for Belanger. 226. G1. E26. 5, 10, 15. And he throws him out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Palmer. So Palmer has seemed to have settled down thus far. We've gone 5. It's 3-0 Tigers. Tigers giving the Orioles a little run for their money here. They won the first game of this 4-game series. Then Baltimore took the second game. And here we are now. 3-0 Tigers after 5. And Lolich on the mound. It's going to be Brooks Robinson to lead it off. Here's Lolich now. And the pitch to Brooks. 3-3, and he grounds it to second for Ike Brown, who throws it over to Cash, 1 down. And the batter is Davy Johnson. Johnson singled and popped to third. Here's the pitch from Lolich. 6-7, right-handed, walked him. Johnson is on first with 1 out. Here's Andy Etchebarren. Okay, Lolich working from the stretch. The pitch to Etchebarren. 2-9, left-handed, struck him out. And that's the 5th for Lolich. 2 outs. And Belanger comes up to the plate. Lolich from the stretch. He gets the sign from Freehand. He's set. And the pitch to Belanger. 4-4 right-handed. Fly ball center X. That will be for Northrop. 3-6. Is he really a 3? Yeah, he is. 3-6. 19-3, F3. It's a fly ball. Belanger E6, Northrop E6. That's 6-9, 10 E6. And he makes the catch, and the side is retired. So we're heading to the bottom of the sixth. And Palmer comes out. His first endurance is the ninth. Lolich, the eighth. I'm going to get some coffee as Jim Northrop approaches the plate. 280 innings in 69. 376 frickin' innings in 71. And then I remember when the DH came, he pitched a lot of baseball, and I don't know, he wasn't a very good pitcher. I never thought much about him. His record wasn't that great. I know they won the pennant in 70, the division in 73. Okay, we head to the bottom of the sixth. It's going to be Northrop, Cash, and Horton. Palmer in his sixth inning. He has retired 8 in order now after a very troublesome third inning. 29 complete games, yeah. Here's the pitch to Northrop. 3-9, right-handed, he walked him. Northrop is on. Now Norm Cash, the batter. Oh. Cash 0 for 2. Palmer from the stretch. And the pitch to Cash. That's 5-7, left-handed, grounds to second X. For Davy Johnson, 214. That's 22, G1, E14, 6-8-9, and he throws him out. Let's see, with a runner on first on a G1. Could be a double play, and it is. Let's call that 4-3. It's now 2 outs, nobody on. And here comes Willie Horton. Two outs, no one on, and Horton 0 for 2. Palmer, the windup, and the pitch to Horton. That's 6-3 right-handed, grounds it back to Palmer. Look at him, he's a 5-8. Whoa. That's 8-5. It's a G3. He's an E8. 6-12, 17, E8. Whoa, he boots it. Palmer makes an error. First error for the Orioles, and Horton is on first with 2 away. And here's Bill Freehand. Palmer now. And the pitch to Freehand. That's 5-7 right-handed, grounds to second X. For Johnson, 214 again. G2 pound, but does not apply. Johnson E14. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, E14, and he throws him out and the side is retired. No runs again for Detroit. No hits, the walk, the error, and 1 left on. We've gone 6, it's 3-0. This game is a tale of one bad inning by Jim Palmer where he walked 4 in a row and then let up a base hit. 3 runs came in. That's the score now. Interesting. Frank Howard on the Tigers. I forgot about that, if I even remember that. Top of the 7th now. And Lolich, his first endurance is the 8th. I remember that Orlando Cepeda was DH for the Red Sox that year. It's a strange year because we weren't really familiar with it, and it was all different. I think they had been testing the DH in the minors for some years. I could be wrong, but I really think so, before the AL brought it in 73. Okay, Palmer now will hit. Top of the 7th. He's 0 for 2, struck out twice. Here's Lolich. That's 6-3, right-handed, grounds it back to Lolich. He's a 321. Two, 3, that's going to be a single 1. That's going to go through for a base hit. It's 2, 3, 4, E21. It is a base hit, a leadoff single by Palmer. How do you like that? So Palmer is on, and here's Buford now. And many baseball fans know that Ronnie Blomberg was the first DH to come up to bat for the Yankees. It was. I guess it just so happened that in the opening day, that was the first one. In a game, he was a left-handed hitter, could not hit lefties at all. Blomberg. Here's Don Buford with Palmer on first, no outs. Buford is 3 for 3, 3 singles today. Lolich from the stretch, and the pitch to Buford. That's 1-6, left-handed, fly ball left for Horton, 1 down. Palmer holds. Now here comes Paul Blair, 1 for 3. Okay, Lolich. And the pitch to Blair. 5-7, right-handed, grounds it to second base X. This could be 2. Scooped by Ike Brown, though, 430. 6-4. That's going to be an S1. He's an E30. 5, 8, 10, E30. And it is a base hit. That's going to be an S1 with a runner on first. And Palmer will advance to second. So it's first and second with only one out. And here's Frank Robinson. Robinson 0 for 2 and hit by a pitch. Here's Lolich now. The pitch to Robinson. That's 4-7 right-handed. He struck him out. Big strikeout of Frank Robinson. That's the 6th for Lolich. 2 outs, first and second, for Powell. And he gets yet another chance to tie up this ball game with a home run. Powell is 0 for 3. The pitch from Lolich. 3-5, left-handed, grounds it back to Lolich. He fields it and throws it to Cash, and the side is retired. So it's no runs, 2 hits, and 2 left on. We're in the 7th inning stretch. Oh, interesting. I seem to remember that vaguely, Kurt Miller. It's 3-0 Detroit. Here's Palmer. The pitch to the bottom third of this order. Don Wirt to lead it off. Wirt 0 for 2. Here's Palmer. 4-5 right-handed, struck him out. And that's the 6th strikeout for Palmer today. Now Ike Brown. Five right-handed, struck him out. Number 7 for Palmer. So 1 bad inning has meant this ball game thus far. Lolich comes up with 2 outs, nobody on. And the pitch from Palmer. 4-10, switch hitter batting left, fly ball right. For Frank Robinson, he makes the catch, and it's a 1-2-3 for Palmer. So we've gone 7. It's 3-0 Tigers. Don't count these Orioles out yet. We're going to move to the top of the 8th, and we'll take a short break. It'll be Brooks, Johnson, and Etchebarren. We're going to need to make more coffee and the other things. Okay, here comes Brooks Robinson. Lolich into his windup and the pitch. 3-7, left-handed, grounds to second for Ike Brown. 1 out. So Lolich has had runners on base, but he's gotten out of it every single time and is throwing shutout baseball. It's 1 out. Here's Davy Johnson. One 6, left-handed, walked him. So Johnson is on with 1 out. Now Etchebarren. Andy 0 for 3, reached on an error in the second, left on. That was the drop pop-up by freehand, Lolich now, and the pitch. That's for 4 right-handed, fly ball center X. Northrop 3-6. 23 F3. Let's see if he can get to this. Northrop E6. 7-11. E6. Out in center. And he makes the catch. It's going to be a clean F3 with a runner on first, and he will hold. So it's 2 outs with Johnson on first, and here's Mark Belanger. Belanger 0 for 3. Lolich gets the sign from freehand. And the pitch to Belanger. That is 4-7 right-handed. Struck him out. Number 7 for Lolich. So quite an interesting tale of pitchers. Lolich allowing base runners on, sometimes in scoring position, and getting out of it every single time. Palmer pitching almost immaculate baseball, except for the third, when he walked 4 in a row and then let up a single to have 3 runs come in. And in the middle of the 8th, it is a 3-0 ball game. I'm going to take a brief break here. I'm going to make some coffee. And when we come back, we'll continue this ball game. As you all know, I'm Jeffrey Guterman. And this is, or maybe you don't know, this is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. 3-0 Tigers in the middle of the 8th. Thank you, Kathy Harden. I'm going to step outside for a couple minutes. I'll be back shortly for hopefully the conclusion of this ball game. Okay, we're heading to the bottom of the 8th. Palmer takes the mound. Get a little more coffee here. Leading it off, Cesar Gutierrez. If you're looking ahead to the top of the 9th, it'll be Palmer, probably a pinch hitter, and then the top of the order. Here's Palmer now. 3-0 Tigers. Here's Palmer, and the pitch to Gutierrez. That is 6-7 right-handed. He walked him. Again, Palmer's first endurance is the 9th. Here's Tresh. Palmer from the stretch. 6-7, switch hitter batting left. He walked him again. So he's missing the strike zone again, Palmer. 2 walks in a row. Here's Northrop. Okay, Palmer. And the pitch. That's 6-6 left-handed. He flies it to center for Blair. 1 out. And Norm Cash. (6-4) left-handed, grounds to third, could be 2. Brooks, 114. 11-1 G1 with a run, first on second. E14 Brooks, 369. That's going to be a clean G1, first and second, 1 out. And it is a double play. Brooks Robinson to Johnson to Powell. The side is retired. We're going to the 9th. Maybe Palmer didn't have his pancakes. Yeah. Well, there's going to be a hitter here for Jim Palmer. He pitched 8 innings, had 1 bad inning, and that's been the whole issue. In fact, he's allowed only 1 frickin' hit. My Christ. He walked 7, struck out 7, and allowed 3 runs. How do you like that? 1 hit. And it was a two-run single by Northrop, and they walked in a run. Wow. Well, here's Lolich to win it. Left-handed pitcher. And it's going to be Kurt Monton. I recall seeing that he played in this game. I don't know if he pinch hit, but he's going to pinch hit. He's a right-handed hitter. Okay, here we go in the 9th. Lolich. He's allowed 7 hits. No runs. Here's the pitch to Monton. That's 2-11, left-handed, grounds it to second for Ike Brown, and he throws it to Cash. It's 1 down. Here's Don Buford, 3 for 4 today. Lolich trying to get the complete game win, complete game shutout. Lolich winds, and the pitch to Buford. 6-8, switch hitter, batting right, and that is a liner to third, caught by Wirt. Lolich is 1 out away from the win. And Blair 2 for 4. Two outs, nobody on. Lolich gets the sign from Freehand. Here's the windup. And the pitch to Blair. 3-6, left-handed. And that is a base hit for Blair, his 3rd of the game. So they've hit Lolich. All singles. What a contrast. And then the 1 hitter with 4 walks in the 3rd, allowing the 3 runs. Blair on first, 2 outs. Frank Robinson, the batter. Here's Lolich. 2-6, left-handed, hit him. Second time Frank was hit. And the tying run is coming to the plate, Boog Powell. And this is Lolich's 2nd endurance inning. He's fresh. Powell 0 for 4. It's lefty-lefty. Okay, Powell is the tying run. Here's Lolich. From the stretch, the pitch to Powell. That's 2-6, and it's hit well, and it's hit deep, and this is a tie ball game. Boog Powell has hit a 3-run home run here in the top of the 9th to tie up this frickin' ball game. It's the first home run of the ball game in a very unusual ball game. How do you like that? For Powell, it looks like that's going to be home run number 35. Let me just double check. It is home run number 35, and what a big one it was. The crowd is stunned. Kurt Miller notes this game went 11 innings in real life. That's number 35 for Pal. And that puts him ahead of Epstein in the home run leaders. They were tied. And it's unbelievable because of I'm preoccupied right now with some personal issues. And I know this sounds unusual to you all, but this game will be suspended after this half inning, so I can take care of some personal issues that I have to take care of. It's 2 outs, and we'll continue this ball game when I'm ready and able. They're going to keep Lolich in here. He is 1 hit and or walk away from fatigue. It's 2 outs, nobody on, and Brooks at the plate. It's a 3-3 ball game. What a ball game it is. Here's the pitch from Lolich. 4-11 right-handed. There's a base hit, and that's going to be it for Lolich. We've got to take him out at this point. So Lolich pitched 8 2/3, and boy, what a game. Palmer is off the hook as the loser, and he has a chance to be a winner. Lolich allowed 1. Okay, I'm back. I am back now. I'll wait for people to come back here. Tom Timmerman will be coming in to finish this off. It's going to be Davey Johnson with 2 outs and Robinson on first. And I'm just going to wait a few minutes, see if people can get back on here. It seems like people are having trouble coming back on, or they're not back on. whatever it may be. I'm just going to go ahead and continue this. And I will suspend this after this half inning because I have things I have to do. Here's Timmerman now to try to close this out. Timmerman and the pitch to Johnson. 1-9, grounds it back to Timmerman. And he throws it over to Cash, and the side is out. But 3 runs on the 3-run home run by Powell. It's 3 runs on the 3-run home run by Powell. I'm sorry if people can't hear this, but we will continue this game at a future time, hopefully today. Take care, everybody.